Good evening. Welcome to a, how do I put it? Very controversial, eyebrow raising, jaw dropping, you name it. You have to tune in for this one. We have two guests today that are brave enough to come and talk about their red flags and deal breakers in women in their quest to find a woman to marry, hopefully one day. I have two of the polar opposites. Well, I'm not sure about polar opposites. We've got liberal Billal, who self-proclaims to be liberal, and we're going to find out today how liberal he is in his pursuit. And we've got Alpha E. Now, Alpha E is a recurring guest, and he's a bit like Marmite. Some people hate him, some people love him. Well, I'm not sure about love, but they like him. Some people loathe him. So we had a lengthy discussion, and we sat down and spoke about this particular topic, about some of the audience members not liking what you say and others do. But one thing, the crux of this is that he does represent a percentage of the population, whether you like it or not. And it's better that you hear his opinion and you know what's out there, as opposed to not and being oblivious. But we do select our guests carefully, and I think he is very crucial for this episode, which is why we've agreed to have him on. So thank you very much, Iqbal, Alpha E, as you're known.
Appreciate it.
Is it Alpha Triple E?
Alpha Triple E, correct.
All right. And just quickly, just for old time's sakes, what does Triple E stand for?
Energy, endurance, eventually excellence.
Okay. Now, Liberal Billal, as you've put it, thanks for coming on. This is your first gig on our platform. The audience are nice, fair and objective, so I hope you don't restrain your words and you do come out and speak your mind. You call yourself a Liberal Billal. Tell me about your red flags and deal breakers with women.
So for me, I was raised as a Muslim, I've got Muslim values and stuff, but I don't strictly follow Islamic values because, Islam is a religion that's about 2,500 years old and whatnot, and I think the world has changed a lot. So for me, it's about what I feel is right, and but with Islam in mind, like what the intentions were, not exactly like what the words, like the literal meaning behind the words. And
more precisely, I get you're saying that Islam's developed, and again, this is a liberal country and you're free to choose what you choose, and Islam advocates that as well. There is no compulsion. More precisely, you say that you don't follow Islam or you follow Islam loosely, but you're looking for a Muslim woman. Am I correct to say?
Yes, because I want my kids to be Muslim, I want them to go to heaven.
But not yourself?
Myself as well, but I'm willing to go to hell for them, just build them up, set them up for life as long as they're in heaven. I don't mind. It's one of those things. I don't want to go to hell, but I don't mind going to hell for my kids. I'm happy to do sin so they have a good life.
That doesn't make sense, but please continue.
So, talking about women, because this episode is about, red flags when it comes to women. And I know Islamically, it's like, hey, women, it's the men's responsibility to be the provider. Women don't have to work. But I'm quite the opposite, especially if you are on a marital site, Muslim dating site. If someone has unemployed, as their like biography, basically, I'm just swiping left on that. I'm just not interested in a woman that's unemployed, because to me, she just needs a bit of character development. She needs to grow up a little, get out of her daddy's home. And
wow,
I'm not looking to replace her dad. So yeah, an unemployed woman, no good. And if she is employed, but she wants to leave her job once she gets married, that's another major red flag. Like, you're making money for yourself, you're self-sufficient, and you want to get married and then just let everything go. Like, that's a boring life. And
so you don't feel like it's the man's job to provide and be the provider?
It is the man's job to provide, but I believe in a partnership. That doesn't necessarily mean 50-50. Like, personally, I'll say I'm 50-50, but what I'm really looking for is a woman that's willing to challenge me on that and say that, you know what, I expect you to provide, but if you're struggling mentally or financially, I'm willing to help out. So a woman that's demanding that you do everything, you contribute, you take care of me financially, it's just a red flag, because I don't think she's mentally mature.
Well, that's her Islamic obligation.
Not in this country. I don't believe it's possible in this country unless you're just highly educated or you're just making a lot of money. And even if, I've got my own business anyways, but I would still expect my wife to help out where she can, not just she's at home and then I'm just stressing
out. So unemployed is a red flag?
Yep.
And not willing to work after marriage is a red flag as well?
Yes.
So you expect your wife to work?
Yes, and when it comes to contribution, it just depends on the situation.
Okay.
I'm happy to contribute, but if I feel like I need her support, I need a mature woman that's open-minded and she's willing to say, hey, let me just help you out because you've got 2 jobs or you're really struggling financially, because life's a bit unpredictable. It can be a bit chaotic. And that's one of the things that only the mature women actually have that, you might struggle. And that's why it's important a woman has a job, because she values money. She knows how hard it is to actually work.
How many unemployed women do you come across on these Muslim marital apps?
A lot, actually. You literally have women that on their bio says, I want to be a housewife. And she's like, they might be, if they're 18 or 19, okay, they're a bit young, they're immature, they just haven't experienced life. But if they're like 23, 24, it's just like, how are your parents raising you? Like, they've raised you with that mindset that you marry a rich guy, he will provide for you, and then you just be home alone, looking after the kids like a rabbit, just breeding kids for him. Like, I don't want that. I want a mature woman, a career-minded, ambitious woman that wants to get out there, that wants to be attractive, that wants others to admire her.
Oh, wow. So you're associating career as part of attractiveness?
Yes, 100%. I want someone that's proud, that's got like a social media presence. I know for Muslims in general, social media is a red flag. I don't want a girl that's on social media. But the way that I see it is, if a girl isn't present on social media, it's unlikely.
So what does that mean? Does that mean flaunting her beauty?
Yes, because I'm with her, she's mine. I feel like she wouldn't do it for me. But if she's doing it for social media, then I get all the benefits, and then the rest are just like gazing at it or whatever, But she's with me.
Honestly, I mean, I can't make. I'm gobsmacked. So you're saying she can flaunt her beauty, and men can leer and lust over her, but you get all the benefits?
That's just on a phone screen, because she's looking good for me. That's how I see it. Indirectly, she might be looking good for social media, but it's like you said, I get the benefits. She's looking good for me, and I'm with her. And I want a woman that wants to be attractive.
And forgive me for putting words in your mouth, but I'm going to. So you're saying you endorse her to have an OnlyFans page?
Okay, so OnlyFans is something that I actually spoke to my sister about once. OnlyFans started off as just a way for content creators to make a side income. And then obviously it went another direction and, adult content. If she's decent and she's not like being like really immodest, basically, I don't mind her having an OnlyFans because you can make a lot of money off OnlyFans.
I'm actually shocked by your response, but I have to be fair. That's your views, right? I just need a second.
Yeah, okay.
So, Muslim conservative men like me, and I'd say 80% of the Muslim population, the male population in this country, would, and they're probably screaming it out through the screen they're watching from, they'd potentially call you a dayoof. Do you know what that means?
What does it mean?
So dayoof is when you have no honor or shame for your wife.
What I mean is, I don't want a woman that's stripping down for other men. But if she's just dressed like me on OnlyFans, you can do that. You will not get banned or flagged on OnlyFans for being modest. OnlyFans isn't just for
if you want to clarify, so forget OnlyFans, that was an extreme. So Instagram and TikTok, right? So she's content creating, or not even content creating.
Yes.
You know, some girls take pictures like this and that, and
I don't mind that.
That's fine.
That's fine.
She bought her a new dress, or she bought a new dress because she works, right? Maybe I don't know what maybe a Mulberry dress, and she's showing it around, and you've got 1,000 guys liking it and commenting.
That's all fine.
That's all fine for you.
That's all fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you one thing, because you did touch on OnlyFans. A big adult platform, Pornhub. Some people actually upload math videos onto Pornhub, just math videos, because you earn more through advertising revenue on adult platforms than you do through conventional platforms like Instagram or YouTube. You earn more money.
What are you doing on Pornhub watching math videos?
I don't do it. It was an article that I read.
Okay,
it was a very interesting article. And then I thought, because I've got my own YouTube channel as well, should I upload my videos to Pornhub? Because you earn more per view. You earn more money. And that's how it is on OnlyFans, basically.
It's all monetary.
Yeah. It's just... I'm not saying she needs to be nude or anything.
So your wife
but she can earn more money on OnlyFans and Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you're letting all these guys see you for free, you may as well be making money off it. That's how I see it.
Rest assured, most Muslim women in this country and around the world, are modest, and they have higher. They might show their hair and take pictures for, I don't know, whatever they're promoting. They might be an influencer. But I think with yourself, you're giving them free reign, carte blanche, to do what they want.
The same stuff that they're posting on Instagram, do it on OnlyFans, they'll earn more money.
Okay.
And that's just how I see it. That would give them a better life. That would give their children a better life.
Just to protect you a bit, nothing immodest.
Yeah, nothing like...
Nothing explicit.
Yeah, explicit, yeah.
But you don't mind men commenting and liking and saying, oh, you look nice and all the rest of it?
Well, she's being paid for it, so that's just her job, I'm not saying have a degree and have be in PR or marketing or something, earn all that commission. It's just as long as you're doing something, you're keeping yourself busy. And I know it's just a job. It's like acting. It's just a job.
I admire honesty. Alpha, Iqbal,
What's happening?
can I just have a quick take on what he's just said?
Quick take. I would say, obviously, we live in the UK. We live in a liberal country. You could do what you want. But the OnlyFans stuff is quite peculiar to me. But then he's saying it won't be her stripping down.
The same stuff she's
It
got
won't
on
be explicit.
Instagram, on OnlyFans. Same content.
It's monetary. Is that the word?
Yeah, monetary. Are you comfortable with that? Your wife doing that?
Me, I'll be honest. I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. Unfortunately, although it's 2025.
It'll be a straight divorce.
Yes.
But if she's posting that on Instagram, you wouldn't mind.
To be honest, I wouldn't. If you're talking about a serious relationship and like marriage, right? I wouldn't speak to a woman that's like a social media influencer or has presence and does all the social media stuff, because obviously my thought process when it comes to that is beautiful women generally love men that are known and successful and somewhat powerful, right? But ambitious or successful men, this is my opinion, generally will admire women that no one really knows. So that's more my thought process.
No, I agree with that as well.
Are you not unsettled by him quite without any reservation?
Yeah.
Just saying, I don't mind if my wife gets likes and comments. Oh, is that the generation we live in now?
Do you know what? Let me say
Because he's a little bit younger than us, right?
Do you know what? He's not that much younger than us. But however, it's a generational thing. It's the world we live in, unfortunately. And I've heard funny enough, I've met one or two people like Billal in my life.
Yeah.
To be honest, so I've as day passes, I'm meeting more liberal, modern geezers like Billal. See, as day passes, man.
Look, I'm just giving them career advice. If they're gonna flaunt their outfits, flaunt their hair on social media for free to entertain guys for free, I'd rather they just earn an income off it. And this is why I'm saying just go on OnlyFans. You'll get paid. Instagram, you're not getting paid anything. So it's a waste of time.
I want to move this on. What's your other? So you spoke about, if I just quickly summarise, quite alarmingly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You spoke about someone that has to work.
Yes.
And you don't care about social media. Someone that does have a social media presence. So if they don't, so if you're on, let's say a popular matrimonial Muslim site, Muz, if a woman says she's not on social media, that's a huge turn off for you.
It's not a turn off. But if she is on social media and very active, then turn it into a job.
Okay. Right. Let's move on. Third,
it's a green flag.
What's your? Okay. I'll just give you a curveball. In terms of headscarf, I probably know the answer here. You don't mind, do you?
I don't mind. So initially, I wasn't that attracted to hijabis. That might be just me growing up. I used to see a lot of women wear the hijabis, and then I'll be like, wow, she's so modest, so humble. She must pray. And then I just realized they don't. I've seen hijabis eating like McDonald's as well, chicken nuggets, and they're like, don't judge me. I used to work there when I was like 19 or something. A long time ago, and I was so surprised by that. And I've seen hijabis as well, just like doing like zina and having like long list of exes and everything. Hijabis hitting on me as well, wanting to get dirty with me as well, and that's really put me off as well. Yeah, you know how you don't expect that, and then you hear it from my male friends as well that it's happened to them too. I'm like, what? And then we just have a bit of a laugh over that, basically.
So you're saying from the experience that you've seen of hijab, and I have to counter that.
Yeah.
Because I think most Muslim women that do wear hijab they carry themselves with dignity and they do the hijab proud.
Yeah.
Your personal opinion may have been.
But I feel like you're a lot older. I feel like this younger generation is
I'm 32.
Okay. You're not that old then. But this is just my experience. There are some good hijabis, but even the good hijabis, they've made some mistakes, basically. And it doesn't actually bother me. That's one of the big things. Your past doesn't bother me.
So would that be a red flag for you if you saw a hijabi on Muz?
It won't be a red flag, but what would be a red flag is she's like, 26, 27, and she's acting like she's always been religious her whole life. I just don't buy it. I feel like, especially at that age...
You think they're lying?
Yes, I feel like especially at that age, you've done stuff, you've got a history, you may have fallen in love 2 or 3 times maybe, I feel like there is a bit of history there. But I don't care about it, but I value honesty. And this is why with hijabis, I'm less trustful of them, because some of the worst people that I've known are just people that pitch themselves out, guys and women.
That's a valid point
Muslims
from your
and being
experience.
really
That's a valid
religious.
point. In terms of attractiveness, then, I think offline you told me that you don't really find women that wear headscarves attractive because they're concealing their beauty, which is what its function is.
Yeah, so hair, I've got long hair as well, basically, and I do like hair. And with hijabis, some hijabis just, they don't want to take care of themselves. They're just a bit dirty. They don't shower in like 3-4 days.
Whoa.
They don't straighten their hair
Hang
or
on,
get those
you're
Dyson
calling all
hair
hijabis
curlers.
dirty?
Not all, but some of them. They're like walking trash cans, basically, putting on the same hijab for 1-2 weeks straight. It's like a long stint. And some of them do get a bit like creative. They get different colors and different styles. I like that. I admire beauty, I admire fashion, but the hijabis that just look the same every single day, it's a bit plain. It's a bit boring.
I'm actually
Plain
gobsmacked.
rice, no curry, mate.
Yeah.
What
It's
are you
just too. I know that's the point of it. Just everyone looks the same.
What's
but
wrong with you?
It's plain rice, isn't it? How many days are you gonna have
Well,
plain
I think
rice?
I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to bring Alpha
All
E
right.
in, but just in defense of hijabis, right? Think of it logically, right? You have women flaunting their hair, wearing dresses, dressing immodestly in Britain, and to be fair, further afield across the world, and primarily in Europe, right? But when you see a hijabi that is dressing modestly and she's pretty, could you imagine how beautiful she is when she takes her headscarf
Oh,
off?
I could, yeah. If I believe she's genuine, I would.
Figuratively speaking, I don't want you to literally imagine anything.
Okay.
Listen. Oh, yeah.
I'm
just
looking
saying.
at you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah. Okay, right. Just in defence of this, obviously, I mean, you've got some shocking views. Iqbal, you've heard him.
Yep.
What's your red flags and deal breakers?
Okay. Where do I start? I would say someone that doesn't pray every day. Someone that doesn't try to pray 5 times a day. That'll be number one thing. Someone that has extraordinary amounts of confidence. So if I had to give you boys a example, imagine you're going to see someone, a girl, for potentially marriage, right? And I might drive, pick her up. Obviously, I'll be a gentleman, open the door, get in, and
James Bond.
James Bond, that's it.
Yeah.
James Bond and pound sterling combination.
Okay.
Anyway, listen, and what I'll do is, so all of a sudden, in the space of, it's happened to me, to be honest, it's happened to me a couple of times in my life. In the
Lucky
space of,
you.
Yeah, in the space of like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
She's, there was one girl, this was like 5 years ago. She's trying to adjust the volume. She's trying to connect the Bluetooth to my car.
Right. And this was your first encounter?
First date.
Yeah, okay.
First date, I don't know what's going on. I'm paranoid. Coronavirus is going to kill me in the next 10 days. I don't know what's going on. We're trying to find everything's closed. You can't really go anywhere, like restaurants or like.
Right.
Can't really
So
go
she's
anywhere.
playing with you're saying that she's quite forward.
Yeah, she's too forward. Yeah, she's way like that's. Don't get me wrong. It is 2025. Women should be confident as well. They work. They have a driving
Wait,
license.
so what is it? She needs your permission to change the song.
I mean, she just met me. Like I was because me, I believe. When on a first date, she should be sort of cute, vibey, a bit shy, and obviously slowly, maybe I don't know. Like obviously Islamically, you shouldn't really date anyway. But if you see her 4 or 5 times, then even then she should be like, can I connect my phone to your car, to your Bluetooth, right?
So what was the issue? That she knew her way around your infotainment system, or she was what? Just
do you know
touching
what?
your car? Touching your
Rather
stereo.
peculiar. How does she understand?
How to operate an
Operate my
infotainment
car.
system.
Oh, so you're connecting the dots here.
Connect 4. It's all Connect 4 at the
She
moment.
might have it on car. Her dad might work.
No, she
for a
never had a car.
dealership.
She had a license.
Okay.
She had a license, but she didn't have a car. Anyway, let me talk about a few other points.
Yep, go on.
A woman that has been holiday with her girls. Been holiday with her girls.
So that's a deal breaker. If someone says you've met a girl that's let me paint the
Okay,
picture.
paint
for
the
you.
picture. Yeah,
26.
26 years old. What,
In
her
your
age?
eyes, 6.5 clean out of 10.
6.5. Good to
6
go.
out, that's good to go, right?
That's fine, yeah.
6.5 is good to go. 6.5, 26, educated,
Okay, fair enough.
decent job, works in the NHS. Yeah. Long story short, yeah. So that list, right?
She's good to go.
She's good to go,
yeah, she's
right?
good to go.
And she tells you, oh, I've been to Dubai, I've been to, I don't know.
Oh, Dubai.
Yeah, I went to Dubai. Well, that's a tourist destination.
That's like men going to Marrakesh. I'll be honest.
Wow. Women going to Dubai is like men going to
Men going-
Marrakesh.
If they're going with the girls.
Do elaborate a little bit without sounding crass.
Listen, we are going off topic, but all right, this may be anecdotal, but I've had, when I was younger, I'll be honest, I had some girl mates. This is like 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
I had mates here and there at work. And, you know, certain had mates, right?
Yeah.
And I've listened or overheard a few times where, and these were 3 hijabis and 1 girl without a hijab. Yeah. They're going to Dubai for a holiday, girls' holiday, and they're talking about going to the beach with bikinis. And
Private beach, because some people book private beaches, private pools.
It was a long time ago, but they were young girls. As in back then, they were like 20.
They can't afford private beaches.
I don't think they could afford it. I highly doubt it back then. And they wasn't earning much money. There was like 20, a little bit over 20K. Secondly, one of them, hijabi, said, rich Arab men, we go out, find them at the night. We go out and good time and stuff, and basically milk them, right? And obviously, I was young. And men, I was like 22, 23, I'll be honest.
How old were they? Your age?
They were about 21. They're similar age, 2 years younger than me.
Just having a bit of fun.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not an issue. It's not an issue. But it's a major turn off for me.
Okay.
And can I make one more point?
Yeah.
That's almost an extension of what I'm saying here. If a girl could go holiday with her friends, 2 points I'll make. First, Islamically, she's not allowed, right?
Without a mahram, yeah.
Without mahram, yeah.
Yeah.
Without a brother
Facts,
or a dad.
yeah, facts.
I mean, why, yeah. And secondly, how obedient is she going to be to her family and parents, right? Because if there's no rules, I'm going holiday, that's already like, you're not allowed. Maybe every weekend she's going out and coming home at 10, 11 o'clock. She might not be doing anything bad, A406 balloons, backseat. She may not even be doing any of them things. She might just chill out in a lounge and smoke some shisha and have a coffee. But your parents might, come on, most parents, unless they're quite liberal, are going to be like, they're not going to want that. They're like, what are you doing, man? Just come home, right? Like, you're a woman, right?
So someone that's... The thing is, when you say obedient, their parents might be all for that.
Then,
So you're not looking for a liberal girl?
I mean, a cool girl.
Huh?
A cool girl. You don't want a cool girl.
Whoa, what? Hang on. What the...
I don't want...
I said liberal, you said cool. Do you know what a cool girl means?
Just someone that, just a bit chill, a bit laid back, chilled out. Just...
No, I don't think you know what the term cool girl means.
What does cool girl mean?
It's euphemism for a prostitute.
Oh, no, not that. Not that. Definitely not that.
Right.
One last, obviously, the last...
No, that's a very good point. So you're saying,
okay,
if I can summarise that, someone that goes on a holiday, you don't... Because they live a life where they're free to do what they want anyway.
To be honest, some of them I've met in my life, right? They do all that stuff, but they'll pray.
Yep.
They'll cover their hair.
Yep.
They'll wear loose clothing.
Yep, modest.
That doesn't entice men generally.
So you still wouldn't consider them because of them going holidays with their mates and stuff?
Remember,
Tell me.
this is not a girl for the weekend. This is a wife, man.
Yep.
And not being bad. I'm at this precise moment of me getting to know her, maybe going out for a vanilla latte. Yeah. At this precise moment, who am I? I might be Alpha E, but she got parents. She's not taking the lead. She's not listening to them. She's not, look, let's be honest. A lot of our age people, our parents are getting older, right? Yeah, minimum 50s. Not us, man. Our parents are 60 now. Yeah, and if you're doing whatever you want and your mum calls you and to the kitchen to help out, chop an onion or something, I'm sure most girls will be fine with that. But if you're that 10% of girls that I can't be bothered, I'm tired, I went to work, but maybe an hour and a half later or tomorrow night you're going out and that's your mother. Like I don't want to fix that mess anyway. Even if I can, but I think I can anyway. But it's not worth. It's
a massive red flag.
Massive. It's not worth it.
Just 2 or 3 points if I can analyse.
Yeah, sure,
right?
sure. I've got one more anyway.
Yeah. So the first one is that women that go on a holiday before marriage with their friends, you think they're a bit too liberal because they've got a lot of freedom.
To be honest, they could go holiday and keep it halal, right?
No, I'm not saying you're saying they're doing it haram.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that that's a turner for you because
as a wife,
because they've got too much freedom and it'll be hard for you to curtail after marriage because that's the life they've been used to prior to marriage.
Don't get me wrong. If that girl has got like every other green flag.
What about? I'll give you a proposition. What about? So she's a good girl, right?
Okay,
modest. I mean, she does go on holiday, and it's wrong, but we're sinful, right?
We're not perfect, right?
So she goes on holidays with her mates and whatnot, but she doesn't do anything bad.
Okay.
She's a good girl. Prays, wears a headscarf, modestly clothed, and then she says, although she's going with her friends, after she gets married to you, she's gonna cut that. She's gonna go on holiday with you. How does that sound to you?
To be honest,
Because she can't rewrite her past. She's accustomed to that sort of lifestyle.
of course, it's not that I'm judging her.
I'm not saying you're judging her. You just
No,
got a preference.
I'm not saying that.
No.
For all the,
Your preference. No, I'm just telling
it's
you.
a preference.
So would you say to her, no?
I would. I'll probably, to be honest, because she does that. Because she goes holiday. If it's just once, it wouldn't be a problem. Because if she's done that often, there'll be other characteristics that are gonna creep out. While we're getting
Someone
to know
that
each
goes
other.
What if it was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago when she was at uni, you know, when she was 21? Because
Yeah.
you said you met girls like that when
Yeah.
you were 21.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So, you know, now you're like, you know, into your 30s.
Yeah,
basically.
course.
So, yeah, what if a girl is just being a bit transparent? Like, yeah, I used to do that when I was growing up. You know, when I was 22, I did that. When I was 23, I did that. When I'm 28, I've just, when I'm 26, I've just been at home.
To be fair, what I've met, most girls that have done it in 21, and whether they're not married or not, in this country, you earn your own money. You know, you can go to wherever you like. It doesn't stop. And to be fair, if I'm just coming from a neutral perspective, forget me being a man or woman, right? If you can't afford to go abroad, you get 25 to 30 days annual leave a year. You've got money in your pocket. You've got friends that want to go with you. You want to go and have a laugh wherever. Mauritius.
Listen, it's an immense temptation for the woman.
And a man.
But it slows down. That's the thing.
It doesn't
You
slow
may
down.
just do it
There's
very
women-
often,
there's
but
women
it does
30
slow
there's
down to
women
like
in
twice
their
a year,
I know
once a
women in
year.
their 30s, right? Older, late
Older,
30s
yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
older than us and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That they've toured the world. They've been to more countries than me.
But you know what? It's a good thing, especially when you're married, because let's see it like this. When she's gone, you've got your man time, basically. You know, you can go on your own holiday. The way that I see it, right, especially the points that you were making about, you know, a woman that goes on holiday and stuff, I like that because I want a woman that's a leader, basically, you know.
Leader woman.
So
You know,
what are you then?
I'm a leader as well, but I want a woman
Surely
that
that
can
clashes.
take over as
Surely
well.
that clashes.
It doesn't clash because it just rolls over. If something happens to me, then she steps
What
up,
about
basically.
what about if you tell her, you know, as a man, because Allah has given you right over your wife, you're the man, yeah, you're the leader.
I'm not perfect, so if she's a leader, she can just like, you know, put me on my space as well. Like, hey, just sit down, you know, like, you know, just try and ground me a little that this is wrong.
Okay,
I
so
don't
that's
mind
more
that from a
comforting,
woman.
that's more
Forget.
comforting.
Okay, so you want a leader, that's fine, right? But there's a decision that you need to make. She's on one side, you're on another side. Yeah. Which decision do you go with? Each have competing
I'm
points.
the type of guy, right, that I would like unconditionally support a woman's like worst decisions.
What is wrong
I
with
do
you?
it with guys as well. I give them bad advice on purpose just so I can sit back
but
and
this is-
laugh
this-
at
this-
him.
but this is-
Now, with a woman, I probably won't be that extreme. And I've grown up a bit since then because
Yeah.
some bad stuff happened to some people that I know. Because I was just taking the piss, right? And then they just did it.
When you're young,
It was their idea. I just encouraged it.
But we're talking about a potential wife.
Yeah,
you
so
don't
with,
want
but
it to
with
be
a potential
loopy, right?
wife, I would support her,
Yeah,
especially if I don't see it as being all that bad or just a bit of a laugh, nothing overly like dramatic or serious. I don't mind. It's like what I said at the start of the podcast. I don't mind going to hell, basically. I don't want to, but I don't mind. And it's just,
What'd you do that for, man?
you know, if she wants to do something that's a
Which
bit
one they gonna go
bad,
for?
as long as it doesn't affect me, I'm like, yeah, I'll back you and I will support it because I feel like that's what you need for like a partnership, for a strong marriage.
I'll
you know,
tell
not,
you what. I'll
not
tell you
judge-
what,
not-
mate.
You don't judge
I'll tell you what.
people,
Anecdotally,
back
that
them.
people that have done that, people that have done that have that mindset as you, anecdotally speaking, their wives lost respect for them and cheated on them. So good luck. I hope it doesn't happen to you.
It will.
No. We're not hoping that. We're not hoping
I
that.
hope it doesn't happen to you. But anyway, just to extrapolate your points, put it
Okay.
together, I think you've, in terms of analysing someone's psyche, a woman's psyche, someone that does go on holiday or someone that does come home very late at night. Well, not late, but 9, 10 o'clock is late. We're South Asian, right? And we're from conservative
And we live
backgrounds.
in London, yeah.
My sister comes home, 10 o'clock. And we once in a blue moon.
Never, mate, once in a-
that's unfathomable. But
Yeah.
in terms of analysing the psyche, that's someone that is very comfortable in our own skin, very independent, and you're saying you're not going to touch that with a barge pole because your mindset's completely different.
But all it is, she isn't for me.
Yeah.
She could join Muz Match tomorrow
Yeah.
and have 99 likes. Go and speak to them.
Yeah.
But she isn't for me.
She's not for you.
That's all it is.
What's your next one? Because
Okay. I've got a few more.
yeah. Social media, because he was quite outlandish.
Yeah.
What's your take on social media?
Social media.
You touched on it a little bit.
I did. So social media for me, because remember we're talking about a partner for life, right? We may be sometimes forgetting that we're talking. This conversation is about a wife. We're not just talking about.
Absolutely.
I'm saying we're not 19,
Yeah,
girlfriend,
yeah.
you block each other, right? It's none of that, innit? If she has social media, that's fine. But if she's a social media content creator and she flaunts, even if she's not flaunting skin, but she wears like, designer attires nowadays, like shiny and it tucks in like, the waist
Shows your
looks
figure.
slimmer.
Yeah.
And like it looks like, you know, what's it, nail polish and all
Right.
that stuff. And
Yeah.
that stuff, you know, that stuff is like, let's be honest, that's hot in it. Oh, yeah, that looks nice, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need that sex appeal, especially on
Yeah,
camera.
all that stuff, yeah. All that stuff. So for me, I wouldn't. That would be a huge red flag because, like I said, I think I said about 10 minutes ago.
She's for
ambition-
everyone.
She's for everyone, and I feel like
She's for everyone, but she'll be with you if you marry her.
so he you know it's straight. He's an interesting fella, yeah. Let me tell you something. It's not even that peculiar. I know what he's saying. He's saying, ultimately, if she flaunts a figure, you know, not to the skin
Everyone
down.
can look but not
She's
touch.
still loyal to me.
She does OnlyFans. She makes substantial amount of money. You guys live in a nice pad.
Yeah,
you
I
drive a
make
nice
money as
car.
well. It's not
At the
just
end of the night,
head,
she's coming
yeah.
to your bed. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
What about your self-respect?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree, but I understand what you're
Forget
saying.
justifying his point. Just tell me about yours.
Yeah, so what I'll do is, so the reason is, like I said before, self-respect.
Yeah.
Secondly, I like I said, ambitious and well, this is my opinion, innit?
Yeah.
Ambitious and wealthy men want women that are not known by anyone, you know. And I've got that mindset.
I'd say ambitious, wealthy Muslim men.
Yeah,
I think ambitious, wealthy, non-Muslim men,
like actors and stuff. That's different.
not just actors. You look at sports stars or
but
celebrities.
even sports.
Yeah, when
stars.
you're saying you just want Muslim men, like ambitious
No,
Muslim
most
women,
of- most of them have
women
no haya.
that isn't known by everyone, it just sounds like you just want a woman that's locked up, that's in the house,
Nah,
that no one's
she
seen.
could be an optometrist. She could have.
why?
she-
Sorry.
Hold
Why?
on.
Why
What
do
I
you
said
want your
Because a
Locked
woman, you know, like a woman just naturally, you know, she wants to be admired. She wants people looking
you,
at her.
maybe?
She wants that male gaze.
What-
I
that
feel
fella's
like
like you,
she
bro.
makes her feel better about herself.
I am so.
I don't mind when people look at me or smile at me. I don't.
But that's real life.
Yeah, I don't mind. And I feel
If
like
some-
a woman would want that as well.
In real life,
she
it's
would
fine.
want that attention.
Real life, it could happen. You know, look at.
How many people think like you, Muslim men?
I don't know. A lot of them do actually. They just don't say it on camera. And when
Right.
I was growing up, especially when I was in college and stuff, you know, there was a lot of Muslim men, bearded folks. They did their Jummah, they did their prayers, and then they went uni and they started drinking and partying. And everyone still thought they were Muslims, that they were practicing, because they kept their beards, but they're out there posting snaps.
I need to have actually just
Yeah.
a segue off. You know, guys with beards, right? And to be fair, I've grown a beard. I've got a stub or whatever.
Well done, man.
Yeah. So, and this is purely because being clean shaven is haram.
Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, I'd be clean shaven.
It's not because you got something to hide.
Do you know what
I'm
I'll
that
do?
sort of guy.
You be clean shaven. I'll do that Mexican look. You know, bit here,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
on the chin.
Right. Right.
And I do arms every day.
I'm trying to make.
Like,
I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, mate. Go on.
So I know drug dealers with this long beard, sunnah beard,
I've met
selling
many of them.
drugs. And you're right. You hit the
Yes.
nail on the head. You got guys with this long beard, and for some reason they think long beards are fashionable. I don't know how that came
Women
into
are
existence.
attracted.
Yeah.
Hijabis are attracted to them. That's what it is.
Well, like,
they
up to your
love those
chest.
hijabis.
When did a beard this long become fashionable?
It has.
When?
On-
Since
on-
when?
It just has. I don't have a beard. I've got like a really light stubble,
You
and
got a
I'm
stubble,
always
mate.
being told to grow my beard.
I'm not. To be fair, I get it. You're right. For some reason, that has sex appeal, this long beard, but that's sunnah.
Yeah,
If you, for
proper
me,
sunnah,
right,
man.
for me, right, and I'm not trying to be virtue signaling here or anything like that, but if you have a beard this long, right, obviously everyone has a zero fade, right, chopped off head, this long, and I'm not judging you. You know, at the end of the day, your sins and your deeds and rewards are with Allah, right? Keep it sincere. But if you're wearing a long, your beard is this long, not even wearing, you grew a beard this long. It's similarly like wearing a thobe.
Yep.
Now, a thobe is just a garment. However, to the non-Muslim and the Muslim alike, naturally, right, we have prejudices, we have thoughts, you'd think he's a religious man.
Yes.
So give it the honor. Give it the honor that you're purporting. So if you've got a big beard, because you think, I don't know why girls like guys with big beards. I mean, generally, if it's
They
from...
like religious guys.
No,
they
no, no,
think he's
no.
going to be a good man when he's not.
Yeah, see, so you're portraying something, but just from a purely a attractive perspective, when women tell me, "Oh, I like guys with big beards," if they said I like guys with big beards because it resembles piety,
That's different.
it resembles religiosity.
That's different.
I get that. I think some guys go with big beards because they've got a double chin.
Yeah,
That's what I
they've got
think.
something to hide.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
think,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't think it's
Do you
fashionable.
know what it is? You know, look, you know, we are, you know, sort of going to a different direction.
Yeah.
But let's just finish. Let's close this beard.
You should be a host,
Let's close this beard conversation.
right?
Guys, okay, let's forget about the 30% brothers that are super practicing. But the ones that aren't practicing and have a beard up to
Yeah.
the belly button,
Yeah.
they've got
It's not
double-
belly button. It's here.
Okay, yeah. Lower
About
pectoral,
chest.
lower
It's
incline,
here, it's here.
incline bench
Yeah.
press, decline press press. Yeah,
Yeah.
is first they got a double chin.
Yeah.
Second, they're so overweight they can't see.
Actually,
Little man
let's
downstairs.
not go there yet.
And half of them they don't know what they're doing with their hair. Well, even if they got hair, they probably haven't
Well,
used.
they're overcompensating. They're bald or something, or their hair's falling
They're
out.
bald,
Yeah.
or they haven't used shampoo for about 9.5 days.
Right.
So it's the bald. You get it, and they got no fashion.
No, I think they're gearing towards what women like.
That's cool, bro.
That rough look.
That's
you know?
fine. That's fine. No problem. No problem. But
Some
generally,
women like guys with like that big beard.
look, a guy with that big beard.
Not just for
Hairy
religious
chest
reasons.
as well,
Not
you
just
know, there's a
religious
whole
reasons.
thing, man. They just want hair
let's talk
everywhere.
about some serious shit. Serious business deal. We're talking about a 500k deal. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Just talk about the.
Now look, big beard, belly, hair's messed up, suit. He's wearing trainers with his suit. When as men, we're not gonna take him seriously, right?
Well,
So-
if he.
unless he's proven.
No, if he pulls the money. But anyway,
Yeah,
let's not veer off course here.
Yeah.
The point we were making is religiosity or
Yeah.
a hijab or
That's
a niqab,
different, yeah.
any of those things. I'm not having a pop at men here, both women and men. If you do wear a hijab, firstly, it's obligatory to wear a hijab. The women that are uncomfortable wearing it, inshallah, one day you should wear it because you're sinning 24/7,
Inshallah.
especially when you're out. My point is this: I'm not saying I'm righteous or even pious. We're all striving to get to that level. But if you're going to have a beard this long, or you're going to wear a mosque hat and a thobe, these are all very commendable, respectable things. Equally with a hijab, but that hijab, honor it. That
Now,
comes-
I don't like pretentious
Do you know what
people.
annoys me?
If you're a sinner, if you're a sinner, then
And
show
what-
the
what-
world you're a sinner. Do you get me? Don't portray yourself as something that you're not.
That's peculiar. What I was gonna say.
Was that a
is-
new word for you?
I love that word. But you know what is you know what really like pisses me off?
Tell me.
Women or men, women that wear hijab, loose clothing,
Yeah.
or men with big beards,
Yeah.
and where they have no fashion sense. So I'm gonna think they're religious. I'm
Yeah.
saying. Wait, give me 30 seconds.
Go on.
And then they pull out a vape.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you sucking on? Like, some Chinese battery, like, made in a factory in, like, Hong Kong.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
out of Hong Kong somewhere else.
Right.
But that, I feel like, I'll be honest, I feel like pulling out my steering lock and smashing the heads up in.
Yeah, it's a bit
But-
tense.
But I wouldn't do that, because obviously I'm thinking about my future. I don't want to go to
Right,
jail
bit
and stuff.
tense.
Yeah.
Right, what's your
But
other
what-
deal breaker?
Well, one more, yeah. So, another thing that would be a massive deal breaker is if she uses Uber Eats often.
Sorry.
Uber Eats, no go, girls. Like, why have you got Uber Eats? Like, all right, once in a while, 3 weeks down the line, your sisters come over, you order a pizza, right? But if you're using Uber Eats 3-4 times a week,
Yeah.
90%, unless you got blessed genetics, you're overweight. Oh, if I order Uber Eats 3 times a week, I'll be overweight in the space of a month.
I feel like the portions are actually quite small.
Yeah, but you might have,
Get to the point.
You might have a fast
We're making a
metabolism.
side comment. Go on.
you might have a fast metabolism.
Go on. Finish your point.
Secondly, all that rubbish they eat in here, all that rubbish they eat.
So essentially,
fake food. you
listen,
don't-
forget coating it up and
Yeah,
decorating
yeah.
it. You don't like overweight women.
Listen, another thing, I'm gonna come to that in 30 seconds. Eating all that shit, they're just gonna have more body odor, man. That's where I'm like,
Oh, they smell.
you can't. Yeah, if you eat all of that stuff, you stink of.
So what? Okay, I'm trying to visualize
Yep.
an invisible woman here.
Yep.
So if she's on average, we're talking about South Asian women, right?
I mean,
Oh,
you know,
generally,
women,
women. Okay.
It's bad
So
food,
what's
bad food,
what's
mate.
an average height for a woman?
Nowadays, it's gone to 5'4" now.
5'4", yeah.
You're 5'3", 5'4".
5'4". So what would be considered overweight to you visually?
But to me,
Yeah, because we're talking about you here.
all right, I'll give NHS England and I'll give my personal opinion.
Go on.
NHS England, since 1990, yeah, they've had to change the way they calculate
Sure.
BMI 3 times because everybody's putting. You know, the society is more overweight now and fatter compared to 20 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's
So
rampant.
NHS England said in 1990, yeah, the average woman that was about 5'3", 5'4", weighed 53.4 kg. 1990, obviously we wasn't even born.
So
but, you know.
50, that was good, no? That was.
I mean,
good.
that's a healthy woman at 5'3", like how a woman should
How
be.
much? 53, 54 kg?
53.4. Just call it 54.
I think she's
That's
skinny.
a bit heavy.
How's that heavy?
At 5'3",
For someone that's 5'3", yeah, that's a bit
No,
heavy.
I think on average should be about.
But this
I think about 60 kg. That should be
So
good.
I'm
60.
about 57 kg.
You're
You're
slim,
very skinny,
but
though.
you're
You're
very
very
slim
skinny,
fella.
yeah.
You're a slim
Yeah.
guy, innit?
So if a woman is 5'3", I don't want her way more than
You like petite. Now some people like petite.
But
women.
anorexic, but yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So 1990 said the average woman was 53.4 kg. Just call it 54.
Okay.
Now it's just over 68.
68.
Just over 68.
How much do you weigh?
in the UK.
I weigh 68.
You weigh 68.
I weigh 68.
So obviously
And I
you're.
got 16-inch arms.
Oh,
Now it's not that big, but a woman, why should she have the same size arms as me?
bad.
Like, cause if she's short, a few inches shorter than me, well, I'm not that tall, and she's the same weight as me, her arms are gonna be similar size to me, right? Her hands are gonna be that.
Bicep competitions.
That's right. Arm wrestle. I got no chance. She's picking me up. Wedding hour. In the wedding hour. You listen. You're gonna have
Yeah,
the
if
mic.
she's
Mate.
a
You're gonna have the
gym
mic.
girl.
Listen.
If she's
You're gonna
a
have the
gym
mic.
girl.
You're gonna have the mic. You're gonna have the mic. and I'm like, back's gone.
Right.
Anyway, let's be serious.
Yeah.
My opinion. So that was NHS England, 53.4 kg,
To 68 kg.
68 kg is the average weight of a woman, and this is not even South Asian, black, white,
Everything.
But UK.
I'd say black women, they're quite tall.
Yeah, but they are bigger and they got bigger bones. as
Yeah,
well.
bigger
BMI
bones.
is about 18.4. I think that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a healthy
yeah.
BMI.
But my
Yeah.
opinion,
Yeah.
if you're a woman under 27
Yeah.
and you're under 5'4",
Yeah.
I think 50 kg, man. You haven't had kids.
50 kg.
50 kg.
Isn't that like
Yeah, I feel
No,
like
it's
that's
not.
good. I agree with that.
50 kg? Isn't that just like rock skinny?
Nah.
50 kg.
Is it not?
No, it's not rock skinny.
Is it not? I can't
It-
visualize it.
50 kg is like,
But your height, yeah, but not, you know, when you're shorter, you...
because they're small. I remember
Yeah.
women are more petite.
Yeah.
They've got smaller hands, smaller feet.
But women naturally need more fat to regulate their body.
yeah, but that's mainly on like the hips and like.
Yeah, but they need that weighs though.
No.
Women need more fat to regulate their body.
No, but they don't need to be 68 kg fat.
No way, that's a beast.
Yeah.
Is it obese?
That is a beast.
That is,
5'4".
George, the NHS
That's
had
like size
to,
12.
they had to adjust the scale 3 times in the last 10 years because we're just putting away. And this men as well, men are overweight as well.
Yeah.
A lot of men are overweight
Yeah,
as
well,
well.
men get away with it, I guess. To
Because
some
men, we're
degree.
not married, because we're not pulling out gold, mahar, ring,
We're going to come on to that.
lingerie. That's their,
Yeah.
that's women, isn't it?
Okay.
But obviously, you should still look after yourself.
Yeah, sure.
But I would say, look, if I got married next year and the girl was 25, she's had no children, like why is she, and she's 5'2", why is she over 50 kg?
Over 50 kg.
Why?
Do you know what? If she's
can't
slightly
be
overweight,
60.
she can always just work
55.
out.
60 is a lot. You'd be surprised.
I can't visualize it because I weigh. What do I weigh?
71?
71.
Yeah.
71 kg.
And how tall are you?
Listen,
5'8".
listen. Let me tell you
Okay.
something. Let me tell you something.
Huh?
60 kg on a 5'2" girl.
It's a lot of girth, basically.
You'll be surprised. Bro, this chair might not be right for us. Slightly, ever so slightly. Because obviously, it's a lot, man, for a girl.
Okay,
Because women
okay.
women are meant to be lighter.
Okay, let's take.
So if you get a 5'9" man and a 5'9"
Okay.
woman,
And to be
the
fair,
man should be about 15
I'm
kg.
very conscious that if there are women that are a little bit overweight watching it, I don't want to offend them, right?
Yeah.
But that's your preference.
I mean, I mean, what do you want?
What do I want?
Would you want a woman that's as big as you?
I'm not that big.
Shorter than you, but weighs
No,
the
no,
same.
not high. I'm talking about like weight.
I mean,
Let's be honest.
without blowing my own trumpet, I've got a lot of muscle on me,
Yeah.
so it's different.
But I'm saying, yes, would you want that? Even with your muscle. Imagine you weigh as much as you, actually, like you're 3-4 inches taller than it.
Probably not.
Bro, that's it, mate. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying, mate. You're
Yeah.
trying to
That's
pay
what
me.
I'm saying. I'm
That's all I'm
57
saying.
kg, so
Yeah.
I don't
He's
want a
57.
woman that's 60
Okay,
kg.
okay.
She needs to be lighter
He's a
than
slim
me.
fella, so he has to go slimmer,
he's
slimmer.
very light.
He has to
But,
go slimmer, yeah.
More precisely, have you had any experiences where you've met a girl
Yeah.
for the first date?
Yeah.
So she's shown her pictures, the wide angles, and
Oh,
she
yeah,
looks
yeah,
thinner,
yeah.
and you've accepted to go on a date with her, and she's come and she's been slightly overweight in your eyes. How have you treated her?
How have I treated her? Mate, it's happened to me once. I still opened the door. I still said,
I don't believe you, man.
listen, I opened the door, get in the car. Don't worry, we listen to some music. You look nice today. I gave her a compliment.
Right. She
'Cause-
probably did a lot to dress herself up to impress you.
Yeah, listen,
Uh-oh.
listen. Your viewers have probably seen me in a few podcasts in the past.
Yeah.
But half of this is a show. Half of this is a show. Is entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I have morals. And yeah, I treated her nice. I took her for a meal.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna I didn't want to pursue it any longer.
Purely because of her weight, because she was how overweight was she though? Was she morbidly obese? Oh, surely she wasn't morbidly
But she
obese
wasn't
or even
morbidly
obese.
obese. She wasn't morbidly
So what was
obese. I wouldn't be able to pick her up for 10 seconds. If I had to pick her up
Okay.
in about 4 seconds, like, I'll have to drop her.
I've got a story that I want to tell as well,
on,
actually.
go on.
I met a girl from Dubai, right? And this really put me off, like, girls from Dubai. She was Pakistani, but she was brought up in Dubai.
What did you do
and-
that for, man?
No, I met it online, and I went to go see her, and she was a
Pakistani
bit
girl, I'm from
overweight.
Dubai, mate. But anyway, go
He's
on.
Pakistani though.
Do you know what it was?
That's
I
a red
thought
flag,
she's
innit?
from Dubai, she's got a lot of money or something.
wrong with
Right?
her?
Literally, this is what I started thinking. So I thought, let me just meet her, let me just see her, basically.
Yeah,
and I
that's
met her, she was a bit overweight, didn't look
A little bit.
a bit of a catfish, basically. But I thought, you know what, let's just give it a chance. So I met her, I spoke with her, everything was good, cool. We just went for a bit of a walk. And I quickly noticed she didn't like walking, and then she started telling me,
Did she get
in
tired?
Dubai, yeah.
She got tired?
Yeah, and she was telling me that in Dubai, right, everyone, we just hire a car, we just take a taxi, the aircon is always on. So she wasn't used to walking. She was a university student, long time ago. I'm like, cool, okay, cool. I wasn't really attracted to her, but we ate some food, everything was good. I paid for it as well. Everything was
man.
fine. Everything was fine. And then I thought I'm done with her, not what I was expecting, but, you know, just I was hospitable, basically. Everything was good. Then she texted me. She wanted to meet again. I wasn't sure, but I thought, okay, let's just give it one more chance. I think she's really rich, so maybe, you know, I'll be blessed. So I went on the second date, and before I picked her up, basically, she told me that she's going to the bank, right, to, like, you know, just sort something out at the bank, and she's taking an Uber to the bank. And I look at my maps. I'm like, the bank is just like a 5-minute walk. I'm like, no way is she taking an Uber there. But she was. Because in Dubai, it's too hot to go outside, so they just take a cab everywhere.
Do you know what the crazy...
It put me off so much.
That was your story?
That's my story,
Joyce,
yeah.
let me elevate your story. Alpha's going to elevate the story.
Go on.
Listen, interesting story, man. But do you know what's funny about the whole situation?
Yeah.
That same girl that isn't, okay, attractive to you, is overweight, can't walk 5 minutes, which is atrocious, still may want a 20... And if she's she grew up in Dubai.
Pakistani, yeah.
Okay, she grew up in Dubai.
Grew up in Dubai, yeah.
She's gonna want 20k mahar.
Yeah. How much mahar would you give?
Me.
Yeah. What's your ceiling?
Ceiling.
What's your ceiling for your clean 8 out of 10?
Wow.
What are you giving?
Including the ring. Let's include the ring.
Well, no, we'll break it down.
Break it down.
Are you breaking the war chest?
All right. No. I'm not gonna go into it. There's no need because I would like to think I could afford it. So about 15k.
So that includes. So how much you giving?
I mean,
how much gold?
Like 3k.
Okay, so that's 12k left.
Yeah, then the rest like
cash and what? 15k.
Yeah, combination of
okay,
like,
okay.
But that's like a woman that's like, well, I don't believe, well, not the woman of my dreams, because I don't believe a woman could be a 10 out of 10 in the UK. Do you know why? Because I'm Muslim.
Why?
Because we are not perfect. You know, we all defecate, unless it's, candy floss is coming out of a backside. Can't be a 10 out of 10. You defecate. You have periods.
That's with
you
the
have
whole.
stretch marks.
That's with the
you
whole,
eventually have stretch marks.
But that's with the whole world.
Yeah, no, me too. No, you can't be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
How can you be?
Forget the 10 out of 10.
You can't. That's impossible.
But your ideal woman. 8 out of 10. Yeah.
As in someone I'm like, wow, I'm ever so slightly punching.
What is your ideal woman? I'm sure the audience are quite interested.
One moment. If I'm ever so slightly punching, 15k mahar.
If you're not punching?
If I'm not punching, it'll be like, to be honest, I'm a grown man. I've just entered my 30s. It'll still be about 10k anyway.
Okay.
Because I'm not.
So quickly,
I'm not 23-year-old.
Quickly, so we've listed out your red flags and your deal breakers, right?
Yeah.
Some of them. What would be your ideal woman?
Ideal woman.
Yeah. On all fronts.
I'll be honest. I would still preferably marry someone from a ethnic background.
Yeah.
British Bangladeshi. I'm Bangladeshi. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm Pakistani. I live in Leighton and my name's Iqbal and that. But I don't know, some of your heads are like, is he Pakistani? No, I'm Bengali, man. Yeah, so someone, a British Bengali, ideally, unless God plans something different for me.
Yeah.
God plans something different for me. And
go on.
Bangladeshi, 24 to 28, someone that prays every day. Someone that's an all-rounder, intellectually. So if you went to Cambridge, but she's like, yeah, man. I told you so. That doesn't work. We got a proper conversation.
Might be a persona, though, you know.
Yeah, we got.
Let him finish.
We got to talk about the Vietnam War, global warming. You know, how much money Russia spent in the war against Ukraine.
You want someone that's intellectually stimulating?
Ever so slightly, because it's look. I get married today. We're married for 40 odd years. I die at 75.
Yeah.
Obviously, I could die tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Die at 75 years old or 77 years old.
Yeah.
It's a long time, man.
Right.
And as I got older, I started valuing that more.
Okay.
Like 3-4 years ago, I wouldn't care about it. Like, she could literally know nothing, no driving test, work 2 days a week in Asda, and as her beauty could win me over, right? But yeah,
You've become a bit more sophisticated.
I'm getting older. Yeah. I'm trying to move forward. In life.
Right. So in terms of personality traits, what should she have and what shouldn't she have?
Personality trait, femininity.
Yeah.
Softness.
Yeah.
But still strong at the same time. Like she knows when to say no.
Have you seen some women that speak like men now?
Yep, many of them.
It's shocking.
It's.
Do you think that's nurture though? Do you think like they've been pushed back into a corner and they speak like men do because they're in that environment? Because if you look at the new urban language and that lingo,
what's that? I don't understand it, man. It's boring to me.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, well,
you
definitely don't speak it, but you know.
I'm not that young.
They're like new way, the new way. Like, what's new way?
Yeah. So in terms of personality traits,
so femininity, softness, somewhat intellectual, but general knowledge, not just I don't.
What about religiosity?
Religiosity, I would say. Okay, so say the stage 1 to stage 5 is like proper religious, right? No music in the car.
Yeah.
Like salah every day.
Yeah.
You know, if my brother comes in the room, she runs to the garden, right? In the shed, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm not on that level anyway, and
Yeah.
me and her won't be a good match.
Yeah.
I would say about 2 levels below where she prays every day, she covers her body.
Yep.
She don't drink, she don't smoke, and she's actively trying to improve her deen.
Good.
It might be slow progress,
Yep.
because that's where I'm at,
Yeah.
and it's only fair on her end.
That's fair. Any other things?
Any other things?
So we've touched off some personality things. So
Yep.
femininity, speaking softly, haya,
Yeah.
praise 5 times a day.
Do you know another thing we sometimes don't talk about? I'm not saying me and you, but other people. I still think, maybe I'm a bit of a romantic, but I think a high level chemistry.
Yeah, it's very
Even
important.
on her end.
Yeah, very
People
important.
just say the men should die for the woman. By the time I meet a girl, maybe the second day, ideally with a mahram, one of my brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
If she don't wanna, obviously she might not say it straight away, but if she don't wanna rip my shirt off, she should have married me
Bloody
anyway.
hell. At
Why
the
would-
second date.
No, she should feel that way itself.
That's confident. I
No,
like
no,
that.
she can't say that.
No, it's not about her saying it,
But she could tell, like, if say we got married, she told me that a week after my wedding,
Yeah.
and I wanted to rip her shirt off, and I'm like, good. Otherwise, why are you marrying me? Well, would you? It's not just me finding you beautiful. You need to be attracted to me.
Sure.
That's I in 2020, especially it's not back in the days where it's a one-way traffic, right? The man chooses the woman, the woman's like gorgeous, the guy's like whatever he is, right?
Plows her basically.
That's it, 7, 8 kids. My testosterone
Yeah.
was a lot higher, so they had more kids.
Anything? I think chemistry is a very important one. People do forego that. They look at all the other stuff, and then it's like watching them speak is like watching paint dry on both ends.
To be honest, good and bad, because that could work for some people. Some people are in that scenario
Because
and they choose each other, and they're
Because
married
they're
for
like-
4 years.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, you're right.
So it's
to
all
be
about
fair.
success rate. So
Yeah.
I can't like say that's bad at the same
So
time.
if you didn't have chemistry, well, chemistry is it's a nebulous term, which
Yeah.
means it's a term that you can't really pencil right down. It's open to interpretation,
Yeah,
but
It's like
in terms of what does chemistry mean
eyes
to
lighting
you?
up, her eyes lighting up,
Okay,
lighting
so
up.
you're talking for ages.
Effortless.
You're joking. You're giggling.
Maybe not the first date, because some girls are shy. Some girls are maybe second, third, eyes lighting up. I'll clock it.
So basically, you've made her come out of her shell, and that's quite a proud moment for a man. Because from what you've just
It's not
told
even
me,
flirting.
yeah, it's
she's
just
not
normal
flirting
talk.
with me.
It's just normal talk.
It's not even like
Yeah.
you look nice.
Because from your opinion, you want someone that's quite reserved, and I think you do represent the masses, Muslim masses, on that.
reserved, but if the chemistry's there, 2, 3,
No, naturally reserved, but with you, she's giggling and she's joking,
and that's beautiful.
Yeah,
because
that
it's
is.
just
Yeah,
with you
I
only.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last moments before I go on?
Oh
to
yeah,
him?
okay. Any as in a red flag, green flags, or
Well, you've said all the
it's more green flags now,
flags,
isn't it?
right?
Yeah.
So the red flags obviously is the overweight, social
Uber
media,
Eats, social
Uber
media.
Eats, yep, Uber Eats, social media, what else? Holidays.
holidays.
But holidays is more linked to the freedom and
It's complete freedom.
it's
I
a
wouldn't be happy with that.
liberal mindset.
Yeah,
A liberal
it's
mindset. Yeah.
another thing. Well, before I end, freedom. Another example of freedom.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens? A lot of the people I've met, women in the past that have ultimate freedom, often they're like, I don't speak to my dad, I don't speak to my brother, we don't have a relationship.
Yeah.
And boys, I'll be honest, that's a red flag. If you don't have a relationship with, I'm not saying you have to. Some of our dads wasn't great dads that generation, right?
That's true.
But there's still respect.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Sorry.
To be fair, a man will gauge a woman by her relationship with her father and brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I hate my dad. I don't talk to.
And
I hate my
vice
dad.
versa.
I hate my dad. I don't talk to my dad. I hate my dad. I'm gone. I don't. Even beauty at that scenario, even if she's extremely beautiful, I won't be able to handle that. I'm gonna have to like drop her a message the next day and say it's not gonna work.
Right. You've said
Yeah.
enough.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, no, so touching on what he was talking about dad, I don't like my dad. And there was a girl once that I spoke to, just very early stages, like, just spoke to her for 2 days.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the nikah, and I said, I don't want my dad there.
Well, nikah in 2 days you spoke.
No,
about.
we were just talking about
Generally,
how the
sorry.
nikah was
Sorry,
going to
sorry,
be,
carry
like
on.
just general chat basically about the nikah. And I was just telling her I don't want my dad to be there, and she was quite practicing, and she said that he has to be there, and she was like, oh, my dad would really like your dad. I say he's not a good person. It's just like, he's not what he makes himself out to be, and
Sure.
he's going to be like far away from my from the nikah basically. I don't want him anywhere near like us or our lives, if we get married. And she kept insisting on talking about my dad, getting him involved, because she was a bit of an idealist, I guess. She wanted like, everything to be done Islamically, the proper way, follow the correct pathway basically. And for me, yeah, that was really just off-putting. Like, I've said it already, my dad's not going to be around, he's going to have nothing to do with us, but she kept insisting on, oh, but your dad, he needs to be there. So yeah, for me, if a girl is like, level-headed, strong-minded, and her dad is an awful person, then just get rid of him, cut him out of your life. What I don't want is to deal with a woman's trauma that, she's got a bit of trauma, her dad's really abusive or whatnot, you know, he's a cheat basically.
Just quickly, what's your ideal woman?
Just someone that's got ambition, basically, someone that's a bit of a flirt, basically, someone that everyone likes, someone that, you know, I don't mind if flirting with some other guys because I know it doesn't mean anything. But with me,
can I ask you something? After marriage, you don't mind.
If it's just at a party or something, I don't mind. Like, you know, I want people to like her. You know, I like her, and they can't have her, so it's all good like that. Like when I'm at a restaurant, what about if
they succeed? If they succeed in having her after flirting,
they won't because I'm too good for her. You know. I'm a bit confident. What you were touching on.
You gotta be.
What's your name? Not your real name, your fake name.
Alpha E.
Alpha E. Yeah.
Listen, man. You need coaching, man. You need to.
So for me, it's like if we're at a restaurant, right? You know, I want us to be the loudest table. Us and our kids. Do you get me? I want everyone to know that we're mad for each other. We're having a good time. Because I've been in restaurants with friends and we see these married lot, like, you know, husband, wife, 2 kids and whatnot. They are so quiet and it's the man doing all the speaking. It's him that's dominant. Pass me this, bring me the water. And you've got a family sitting on the table. No one is talking but you demanding, bring this, give me this, eat this, here, have this. I don't want that. I want noise. I want chit-chat, you know, talk about your lives, what you did at work.
Thank you, Billal. Lastly, and this is a point that I think is very important, and I want to speak to you about it.
Oh, yeah?
Trauma. So if there is a high possibility that if you meet a girl that's 28, 27, 26 and above, and they've been in a relationship that hasn't worked out, that's life, right? They carry trauma. What's your take on that? It's going to be important.
Yeah, so we need to have common sense first of all. If women are getting married later, there's more. Nowadays it's very, very likely where even if let's even forget about women that had boyfriends. Let's even forget about that for 2 minutes. Even say a woman that wanted to start the marriage process at 24, 25, right? 24, 25. She in Bangladesh, I don't know, Pakistani a little bit. We have the CV process now, right? CV process. And imagine a girl went through like 15 guys she spoke to and maybe 12 she met. Yeah? 2 or 3 of them might have been quite serious and she really liked them and vice versa, right? And maybe things got close in... Close
or intimate?
Close to get the nikah happening.
Okay.
So that is an inevitable... I can't even say the word.
Inevitable.
She's going to have trauma. So we can't hide away from that. But
would you want to know about it?
To be honest, no. I wouldn't want to know about it. Because...
But you're setting yourself up to fail. Because that trauma, if you don't understand where she's coming from, when you do get married...
What I mean by that is bits of it I should know about, right?
Yeah.
But if after she opens up to me in a week or 2, she still seems like damaged goods, I'm going to cut it.
Wow, damaged goods is a very strong word.
Why is it? Well, it's 2 words, but why?
Because like I said, whether you're a man or a woman...
Because do you know why?
Can I ask a question before?
Right.
So you said damaged goods, which I completely disagree with. I think it's derogatory. But if someone...
Well, men could be damaged goods too.
That's true. But either way, if someone's got... You know, they've had traumatic experience, whether they've been married and then divorced, or whether they've been in a relationship,
that's different, though.
Or they've a man's taken them to the altar and then jilted, and vice versa. That comes with a lot of pain that they carry, and perhaps trust issues, right? Yeah. Now, calling that damaged goods,
not divorced people.
No, okay, just single people, right?
Single people.
Because think about it, we live in a very sexualized society, and at the very finger of your button, you can speak to someone that lives in Northampton without actually meeting her.
And then Abington.
Okay, right. That's the technology we have in our palms,
Caused
right?
a lot of mayhem.
So what I'm saying is, from a very young age, we're all talking to each other. Unless you're very religious and you're very strict, you stay away, right? Yeah. But let's be honest and realistic here. Most people, more often than not...
I don't want it.
Hang on.
Okay, go on.
More often than not, we're interacting with the other sex, and, mishaps happen, and it doesn't work. And if she comes to that doesn't mean she's damaged goods. It just means you... do not want to take her trauma. That's all. Because I promise you, for a girl you like...
I won't take the trauma.
She can heal.
No, for a girl you really like, and you can see a future with, you will develop the emotional intelligence to cater for her.
I know what you're saying, but I want to marry for peace. So
you're telling me if a girl comes to you, right? Yeah. 27, 28, she ticks all your boxes. She's had a very, not colourful past, but
she has to be almost recovered by the time she comes to me.
Yeah, so or on the process of recovering, but these
Well, like she's almost there,
there's things. When I say recovery, people can recover, right? But you might have said something, or you may have shown behaviours that her previous ex or someone that she's getting to know has shown, and that might have triggered her. So in order to understand her reaction, you need to understand where that's come from.
Yeah.
And sit down and talk to her, because essentially, and I'm not trying to give you coaching advice here. I'm just saying emotional intelligence, and in order to get closer to a woman, for women, it's attraction matters not as much as men,
not as much,
but their attraction is with the bonding. It's about connection.
Yes.
And how do you do that? It's all
There
about
you go. But
compassion.
if it's difficult,
Yeah.
so listen.
Yeah.
Say a girl from the age of 24, she was trying to get married.
Yeah.
She spoke to so many guys.
Yeah.
So many guys thinking she could get better. She could get better.
Yeah,
She could
yeah.
get better.
That's the different thing,
And
yeah.
it's whether the girl's attractive or
Sure.
not, fat or short.
Yeah. Sure.
That's the market we're in at the moment.
Yeah.
So then she comes to me. I'm already like I'm like plan. No, I wouldn't call it plan E, but like she spoke to so many guys already.
Yeah.
I'm like the 11th guy she's speaking
Sure.
to.
Yeah.
So first of all, I feel a bit devalued now. Anyway.
But
I
she hasn't met you since the 11th
I know,
guy.
but I feel she spoke to 10, 11 guys.
But she didn't know you in those 10,
I know,
11 times.
but she's.
You're better than those 11 other guys.
But she didn't know you then, though.
I know, but I know what you're saying, but like she spoke to so many other guys.
Right.
Like
So you're saying
Now
know your place.
know your place.
Right.
How come no one married you? Like
Yeah.
why did no one?
So that's a red flag as well.
Like, why did no one marry
So
you?
you're
If-
essentially saying...
why did no one marry
You're
you?
essentially saying someone that gets to the age of 27, 28,
No, I'm not
29...
He said 24.
Okay,
No, the process
30.
starts at about 30. Yeah.
So 30, so they're looking at 24 and they're 30 and they're still single. That's a red flag because why isn't no one marrying
Why
them?
has no one married them?
Sure. So
So
why
I-
even entertain them in the first place? Surely it's just a swipe left.
No, forget even apps. I'm saying, say you introduce me to someone.
Okay, right.
It takes a week or two for stuff like that to come out, right?
Yeah.
On the
No,
phone.
not necessarily. If I've introduced you to someone, you're going to ask me how old is she, how long has she been looking for,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you.
Yeah,
And
but I'll still, I'll still have a conversation over the phone.
Yeah,
right? Say, oh yeah, she's been looking for 5 years.
So you're saying those women that were in their prime and were quite arrogant about it,
Yeah.
and they get to an age where they become a little bit desperate, that's when you like think, go away.
'Cause-
Because it's their fault.
Unless they recovered. If they've recovered, then
So the point that you're making, if I understood correctly, this woman, she's a looker at 25, has men queuing up, lawyers, businessmen, all of that, and she's just rejecting them, thinking, I'm going to get better and better and better. And as she's getting older, the people queuing up for her are
but the
reducing.
damage, as she's getting older, she's on the battlefield.
Yeah,
F-37.
yeah.
You've got black.
So you're not going to deal with that.
It's because the
too much
damage, because anything all of a sudden trigger, trust. I don't
So
know.
you should be going for a 22-year-old because they haven't had that much
But
interaction.
in an ideal world, I'll look. In an ideal world,
How young would you go?
I'll go 23, 22 to 24.
Okay.
It but depends on maturity, and she has to be very mature for her age.
Yep.
But then again, would they? That's too much of an age gap probably for them.
Mm.
They might be like, okay, you're like 10 years older than me now, so they might be like, ooh, like this ain't gonna work.
Well, I've seen it happen, but
No, it happens. But you know,
Usually, I've seen it happen when the man is
yeah.
loaded.
If
Yeah,
it's this,
yeah.
He's
if
loaded.
it's this, then
Fully established as a home and
I'll
everything.
tell you something. I went somewhere, yeah, and I bumped into 3 girls, yeah, and they were just talking about marriage and stuff, yeah. They were all 23, yeah, and obviously I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but they thought I was like 26, 27.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, no, I'm like way older than you, and then they're like, then I said to them, would you be open to marrying a guy like mine? Yeah. No. Like they all said no.
Making fun
right?
out of you.
Huh?
Making fun out of you.
Yeah, they're like, no.
basically, yeah.
Whether they're making fun out of me, but maybe there must be some truth.
No, I don't think it's making fun. It's just it's
I'm
a
telling you,
massive gap. Yeah.
really, yeah, there you
It's
go.
culturally not normal here
In the UK.
in the UK. Yeah.
Anyway, so they said no.
Yeah.
Then I said, let me say something. What if the guy is a millionaire? All three of them said yes. Millionaire with bold, all three of them say yes. So it's not really about age. It's about society and friends. Because if you say, if I said, what if I'm a millionaire? I don't care about, if the millionaire, one said I don't care about like looks anymore. So it's not really
Well,
about age.
just to give you a secret, a man can be a motor unless he's obnoxiously ugly.
Yeah.
If he's all right looking,
Yeah.
he's not looking at an average girl.
Obviously.
He's not looking at an average girl.
A guy that's a millionaire, a guy that's a millionaire,
yeah.
okay, just say about 35, 40 years old, it takes a bit of time, right?
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Unless you're like playing football for like Arsenal or something, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how he looks, he's gonna go for someone in the mid-20s. And he's gonna get that girl as well. And she might even be a stunner, be a chase woman. Do you get it? Because it's pure success and
We're gonna. I think it's been a very
yeah.
constructive conversation, very enlightening. I think your perspective is polar opposites to many people's. However, I do think it's worth hearing your opinion because I think the people that think like you are growing in number. I think it's still a minority, but it's growing in number, which is why I think.
I feel like they're just not vocal.
Okay, that's
There's
fine.
a lot of them.
That's
I've
fine.
met a few people like you.
That's fine. I
Yeah.
respect that. Like I said, I acknowledge they're growing in number, and because of the over-sexualized liberal society that we live in, it's very good to hear your voice and to hear your voice because you do represent a segment of Muslim society. Iqbal, I think you made some very valid points, and I think you do represent some of the masses, the righteous woman, haya, modesty, and I think most of us, particularly from our generation and maybe 2 generations down, are still inclined to that status quo. Obviously, the remarks about someone being overweight, and to be fair, as insensitive as it sounds, because it is insensitive, right? And men don't say this. I agree with this. Men will look for beauty, and unless even a fat guy, even an overweight guy, doesn't want an overweight girl.
No. He'll try his luck with the fitter girl, a more beautiful woman.
Yeah.
If it don't work, then he'll marry the fat
Yeah,
girl too. They're
right.
both like big Mac.
Yeah,
innit?
well,
Like,
anyway,
something-
that's
yeah,
their business. Don't
straight big
need
Mac.
to define them.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've understood well, not understood, but hope you've listened. And any offensive remarks, those remarks are not represented by a silent majority. They're the opinions of the guests.
And
We're
it's real
just,
talk. It's real talk.
we're just here to air different opinions that reflect society. Next week, however, it'll be a level playing field conversation where we'll have women on talking about red flags and deal breakers that they've experienced against men. So equally, they're going to get the chance to really, not lash out at men, but really have their say on men. So do tune in next week, and we'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?